All right.
What's up, guys? Teddy Cornwell here. Welcome to the fucking Underdog Talk. Something about the underdog. Today we have a very special guest. I mean, as you can see, Hercules in the fucking flesh. Boom!
We get a bicep flex.
We
in
can't even see him with the flex again. Fuck!
that.
Woo!
Something.
Damn! And I mean, so before we give this interview, I have to give this man a proper Underdog Talk introduction. Today's guest is a man who once said, I love thick women with beautiful asses. A man who listens to funk music on repeat. And finally, not finally, because we have more, a man who is truly unsatisfied and is always hungry to be better. A man who once turned negative $15 in his bank account and the following week broke the internet. A young LA, an Amino Asylum, and a bucked up athlete. Dtren, the man himself, Dawson Dtren 800. What is up, man?
Not much, baby. I'm surprised you knew that much. That's crazy.
I mean,
a lot of research.
Hell yeah. I mean, we take our time here at the Underdog Talk to really, listen and see what our viewers or see what our people on are really doing in their life. And I have to give you a shout out, man.
Thank you.
Because obviously the Underdog Talk just started a week ago. And we have had some big guests on already. And we are going to have some really big guests coming. We just got Schmitty to come on. He's coming on this week. But Dawson, hats off to you for being so fucking cool, talking with a small influencer like me, and being so respectful over DMs, putting me on, your story. And I mean, at the end of the day, I watched a few YouTube videos where you talk about how you really take the time to talk to your fans because you also like it. And I think that just stands out about who the person you are is. So again, I just have to say this guy's a real fucking deal, and hats off, brother.
Thank you.
So I want to jump right into your fitness journey, Dawson, because just like everywhere, you started somewhere. I watched your 18 to 20-year-old transformation, and bro, it was fire. So I saw you say about how you wanted to start just because bodybuilding was cool. But I want to know, was there a specific reason that Dtren started lifting?
To be honest, when I started lifting was around 17. I was natural, of course. I was in high school. Like 155, 150 pounds. And I was really skinny, but I was doing track at the time, and I was actually really good. And, I wanted to pursue it. I used to be a basketball player, whatever. And I was doing good in track. It's like, I'll go to the gym to get my legs stronger. I was a jumper, 100-meter runner, and I was like, I want to jump higher, so I'd go to the gym. I always hated going to the gym before this. Like, I hated it. I was made to do CrossFit when I was in basketball. When I was 14, 15, they made us do CrossFit. It was the worst thing ever. I was like, this is lame. I'm never doing this shit again. Like, fuck this. But I started lifting for track, and eventually, got injured my senior year because I gained too much weight going from my junior year to the senior year, like the summer. Going into my senior year, I gained like 30 pounds naturally. I went from like 160 to like 190 in 3 months. I gained a lot of weight, and that's the first time in my life I ever started eating. Like, I wasn't even training that crazily. I just was eating, and I was training enough, and I gained a lot of weight really fast. And I wasn't doing anything when I was 18. I wasn't doing track. I got injured because I gained too much weight too quick. My body was never used to it. I've always been under 165, 160 pounds until I was about 18, 17. And the reason why I gained so much weight is because of fast food. I was working at a Taco Bell at the time, and actually could eat everything. I never ate growing up. I would just drink sodas and eat top ramens and occasional dinner, like sweets all the time. Like, my calories were always very low. So it was always like underweight.
Yeah.
But I was very athletic. I was always athlete. But I just eventually graduated, whatever. I had nothing really going on for me, and I found myself in the gym a lot, and I had a training partner, and he was bigger than me. And I was like, whoa, like, I grew up with this guy. This is one of my great friends here of all time. Like, one of my best friends. I got to be bigger than him. I got to make it happen. And so he taught me everything, and I started training, and that's where I fell in love. And then I started looking at like classic bodybuilders like Arnold and all the golden era dudes, Callum Von Moger. And then I was like, I remember I always loved Arnold, but I was watching a Callum vid. It was when he was outside at Venice Beach. It was like a pump video when he was fishing, and I seen him doing the bench press, and I looked at him and I was like, I'm gonna be just like that guy. Like, I'm gonna live that same lifestyle.
Fuck yeah. And I mean, I don't know if the viewers know this, but Dtren fucking loves Mexican food. And I think maybe working at the Taco Bell just ingrained it in your mind. So you guys heard it here first. Having these guys on, I always like to ask, what's the biggest thing you learned in your fitness journey about yourself? And more importantly, what's a tip that you can give to people who are just starting their fitness journey?
Okay, so the first question was what I learned about fitness journey about myself.
So yourself, and then as a fitness influencer, what you can teach to people who are just starting their fitness journey.
All right, so what I learned is that, being, in the gym, having a set routine is really good, for your mental health. Like, for me, at least, I'm someone that always needs to do something. So as long as I'm in the gym, I'm busting my ass off. I'm making progress. Some way or shape or form in my life. So it's like my base. Okay. No matter what, I'm always going to be in the gym. I'm always going to be working out. And, you progress by doing that. You get better, you get stronger, you look better, you do more reps, whatever. And eventually that confidence and that integrity translates to everything else in life. So whatever it's your job or school or, sports, you're like, I want to get better. So how do you get better? You keep on doing it. And that confidence from fitness, being able to build a nice body and, be in the gym and bust my ass off doing the same thing every week, it makes you, I guess, more willing and more able to accomplish things. At least from my point of view, it's what it did for me. It made me a lot more confident and a lot more, sure of myself. Yeah. So if I could get under a bench press 315 for 3 to 5 reps, I could pretty much do anything. That's a dangerous lift right there.
Yeah, damn right it is.
All this other bullshit. Why can't I do all this other shit? I could talk to girls.
Fuck yeah.
Fitness influencer. I could get millions of views. I could become sponsored. It doesn't matter. So I put my mind to it, and I realized that it just made me very driven. That drive that I needed. I was lacking that. I lacked a purpose, and being in the gym gives me purpose. Even to this day, like if I'm not training as hard or my training's off, everything else doesn't really fall into place. Like I'm kind of like, all right, I'm getting lazy. Now what do I got to do? Oh, let me get back into the gym and start busting my ass off again. It's a great stress too, all the endorphins and shit like that.
Fuck yeah.
In terms of other people, for advice, you told me advice for them getting into the fitness industry or fitness in general?
Yeah. Getting into fitness in general, because obviously I do want this talk to inspire people. I don't want it just to talk about fitness influence. I want to hear them, because at the end of the day, you're the person who's seen it, grown mentally. And I want to hear what you say to people who are looking to start their fitness journey.
I would say, if you're going to start fitness, everyone should. It's very enjoyable, be in the gym lifting. It's a great thing, but make it fun.
Hell yeah.
Something to look forward to. At first it might suck. You might not have fun. You might be like, this hurts. This is bullshit. I don't like doing this. But I find that if you actually start enjoying it, you have fun, you look forward to it more. So that's what I would say. What matters. You don't have to lift like everyone else. Like I tell people all the time, you don't need to do a squat and a bench and a deadlift if you don't want to. That's not what makes you happy. If you're in there and other things make you happy, then do it. So whatever you're doing in life, make sure you enjoy it, because if you enjoy it, you're going to work harder. You're going to get, better results if you're putting more effort towards it. So I would say first and foremost, make sure you're enjoying what you're doing. And if you're not, give it some time and keep busting your ass off. And eventually you'll find just as many other people that, get into the fitness scene, eventually start loving it and falling in love with it. It becomes a big routine in their life. So, just take it day by day. Don't be too hard on yourself.
And I love that. And I think you threw the squat and deadlift in there just because I know you don't do that. But mentally, I think it's just as important as the physical body, to have a healthy mental health. And I think combining both of those is key. And I know you talk about the combination of both of those being the best way to unlock your full potential. And you read my mind, Dtren, because you often talk about being happy bodybuilding, being happy doing fitness. And I saw that you're not interested in doing a bodybuilding competition because the current bodybuilding is not like the golden era, in which they had Frank Zane, Larry Scott, Franco Columbia, obviously your favorite, the Austrian Oak. Now, for viewers who are not familiar with the golden era and bodybuilding, I think the best way to describe it was fucking fun. I mean, these guys just love what they did. And Dawson, you talked about how you don't think you would have fun in current bodybuilding. And I respect the hell out of, doing what you believe in and what makes you happy. Because at the end of the day, would it be content? Yes. But at the end of the day, you're doing what you believe in, what makes you happy, and just doing the lifting that makes you happy. But I was wondering if bodybuilding does eventually shift back towards the golden era bodybuilding, would you ever think about competing?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, I look at an era guy. I would love for it to return there, but in all reality, I don't think it ever will, because there's just so much drugs set into stone now, different standards. Back then they didn't have a lot of knowledge, so they were just going off of whoever looked the best for that time period. So I think that it probably never will, but if it did, of course, I would love to do that. Yeah. I would love to, be lifting. It's like what is it called? Like the aspect of having all those people, like a bond, a group.
Yeah, fuck yeah. And just having fun in life and having fun doing something that you love to progress your career. I mean, I think that's what it's all about. Yeah. So Dtren, I also have seen you talk about higher reps and lighter weight. And obviously that was a golden era bodybuilding kind of mentality. Yeah. Now, this will always be a controversial topic, but why do you think it's better? The high reps, lower weight?
I feel, for myself personally, it's better because less risk of injury.
Yes.
As a bodybuilder or fitness influencer such as myself, your body is very important.
Damn right.
You get an injury with a setback, all right? And if you're trying to do these PRs, lifting super heavy all the time, you see it all the time with guys like Larry Wheels that train Wheels, or you've seen in Callum's case, or you've seen as very many other cases, or guys that I know personally, they deal with injuries and it's a setback. And so for me, I find that I don't have time for injuries. Sorry, it's my rooster back there.
I was going to ask, you have a chicken or a rooster? Because that's pretty fucking cool.
He's bro right now. So
that's some alpha shit. That is some alpha shit, bro.
Yeah, but it's just, for me, it builds muscle the best. There's less injury. I find that I'm still strong. Of course,
you are
still one of the strongest guys in every gym I go to, but I don't need to lift these crazy amounts of weights to build muscle. Yeah. I'd rather lift smarter. I love lifting hard, don't get me wrong, but you have to lift smart. And I know a few guys that are influencers that train more power building style, and they're always complaining about injuries. Like, I got this injury or this injury. And they go back and they're doing the same shit as what they've always done. And it's like, well, as a bodybuilder, you're made to build your body. Yeah. We're not building our tendons, body. And if you're benching 550 pounds, that's great. But if you're doing it for one rep, there's no muscle growth in that.
Wear and tear.
No muscle growth. There's not even great form. If you see me benching 275, I'll go for 7 to 10 reps, clean form, not just as much as I can. And then I'm like, all right, I get 7 or 8 reps. That's it. Let me go back down to 225.
And I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about what works for you, what you see the progress in. Everyone has different beliefs. Yeah. And I mean, I would also like to point out, Underdog Talk, you can be big as fuck by doing heavy reps and lighter weight, just like Dtren. So erase that mindset that doing heavy reps or high reps and low weight is not it, because it is really, I think it's the best training.
A lot of people comment in my videos. Usually I'll post, videos on TikTok, lifting ones at the end of my workouts, like me curling 35-pound dumbbell for reps. And they're like, wow, like,
I can do that.
50 pounds and he's only curling 35s. I'm 170 and I'm curling 35s. And I'm like, yeah, you could probably curl more than that, but your arms look like mine.
No. None of them. I don't think anyone's arms looks like yours, Dtren.
I
And
could pick up the 55, 60-pound dumbbells. I could curl those. I could, I do that a lot of the time. But it's like you're lifting to grow muscle. You're not
I totally agree.
Man in the world. If you look at the strongest men in the world, besides Larry Wheels, what do they look like?
Big boys.
They got a lot of body fat on them.
Yes.
They're not very. They don't. Of course, they have a lot of muscle.
Yes.
They don't look muscular. You could even say look a little bit fat.
I wouldn't disagree with it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like you go back to the golden era guys. They were doing the same shit I'm doing.
Hell yeah. And I think also you get a better mind to muscle connection with doing lighter weight and a higher rep set.
So much more fun. You're in there. You're doing tons of sets. You're getting a nice pump. You got the sweat dripping off. You got the veins. You're burning even more calories because your rest time's less. You're going into it. The moderate weights are even harder because you're resting less. Okay, and you're pushing yourself harder, so you're making it harder on yourself. That's the point of doing it. And in turn, people ask, "Oh, how do you stay so lean? You eat whatever you want." Well, I'm in the gym for 2 to 3 hours a day. I'm burning a lot. I could eat whatever I want because, for one, my genetics, and two, how I train. I train my fucking ass off.
Fuck yeah, you do.
Yeah, exactly. People don't see it, though. They're like, oh, Dtren trains like a pussy.
I mean, Underdog Talk, we fucking see that this man trains his ass off. I'd like one person to say that this man doesn't train his ass off.
Yeah, and it's like, I love it. I just love it. I believe it's, for me, it's just the funnest way to train, and it works. It works over time. When you look at the golden era guys, it works. You look at the guys in the 80s, it works. Most bodybuilders do a lot.
Fuck yeah. And I mean, bro, you're just preaching to the choir, and I think everything you said was so spot on and just so accurate and so mindful and so insightful. So Thank you, Dtren.
Of course, man.
Now, I want to jump into the next topic. So you're very open about using steroids and other performance enhancers. You did your first injection when you just turned 19. Now, obviously, I call out fake natties, and I hate how they've messed the fitness industry up. But I respect how open you are about using these supplements. At the end of the day, it's your own choice. And you own it. And more importantly, you're still responsible with not recommending it for others. So I am interested in, why did you decide to turn to these supplements at 19?
Well, the main reason is I was realistic with myself.
Yeah.
I looked at guys like Arnold, like all my idols. I looked at them. I wanted to look like them. How am I going to do that? Naturally, it's not going to happen. It's impossible. I could lift forever. I shit you not. I was lifting in the gym 6 days a week, 4 hours a day. Naturally, I was doing it. I did it for a year straight. And after I hit maybe 200 pounds naturally at 18, I was like, you know what? I was strong too. I was not weak. I was in there lifting very hard. I looked at myself and I was like, I'm not satisfied with this. I looked at guys like Arnold and I was like, they use steroids. Arnold used steroids at a young age. Many other guys did. Who says I can't do it?
Damn
Why
right.
can't I do it? Huh?
I totally agree.
Yeah, it was like, who says I can't look like those guys? Who says I can't be big like those guys? That I could improve. I was not satisfied with only having a limit on my physique. I wanted to keep growing and I wanted to get better. So I was not going to let, my biology dictate that. If I have the opportunity to progress farther than what my body allows itself to stand out, to be different, to have a great body, then I'm going to do that. I'm going to do whatever it takes.
And I mean, I think I actually relate that mindset to just how hungry you are, because in your videos, you talk about how you're never satisfied. And just hearing you talk in person, I can tell you are not satisfied and you want to be the best of yourself. And I think that's that's fucking amazing. I mean, everyone should be the best of themselves, do what they believe in. So, I mean, at the end of the day, hats off to you, respect for that. Everyone has their own opinion, but the only opinion that matters at the end of the day is fucking Dtren's. So, fuck yeah. And I mean, Dtren, I mean, I've really just been sitting back and listening to everything you said, and you really truly are such an inspiration. And I mean, I see you taking over this fitness industry. I mean, like I said, you started with negative $15. Well, not started, but you had negative $15 in your bank account one day, and a week later, you fucking broke the internet. So I mean, this man is truly fucking hungry.
Yeah, I used to dream about it. I don't know if I told you, but
reality.
A few weeks before that, I still had TikTok. I would post my little workout videos, and I just got an iPhone because I had an iPhone 7 for like 4 years.
Yeah.
So I had a shitty phone forever, and I got a new phone, and I would post them, and I would it'd be like 10 o'clock, 11. I have work at, I'd have to wake up at 6 to go to work, 5, 6 a.m. And I, record my video, edit it, post it, get the hashtags, and then I would be like, okay. And I'd get in bed and I would dream about that video getting hundreds, thousands of views. Like I had like multiple dreams like this. It wasn't just one. I would post a video, I'd wake up and I'd check it in the morning, and next thing you know, I'm at millions of views, and I have hundreds of thousands of views and subscribers, like overnight, just blowing up, like just going from small page to hundreds of thousands of views to millions of views. And then I'd wake up at 3 a.m. and during that dream, and I'd get up and I'd go check my phone, and I'd look at it, and it said 200 views and like 10 likes. Brought back reality, and I'd be like, damn, man, like I really had that dream of something simple was blowing up on TikTok. You might not think that's a crazy dream, but I had that because I knew that that's what I needed to do. So then I go back to bed and I do it again. And eventually, in a matter of weeks, that's exactly what started to happen.
And I mean, guys, dreams do really become reality. And I mean, to be honest, I'm speechless because I just am so happy to hear that someone who worked their ass off, who dreamt, got what they deserve. So I really am just I'm ecstatic for hearing that, bro, because like, you think it's such a fairy tale that these people who get to the top are like, well, we just, we worked our ass off. No, these people really do work their ass off, and they give it their all, as you can fucking see by Dtren. He fucking worked his ass off and achieved it, and he's just growing. And I mean, at the end of the day, I think anyone can do what they set their mind to. So I mean, hats off to you, man. That was truly fucking inspirational. That made my fucking day, to be perfectly honest with you.
Thank you. I believe anyone could do it if they set their mind to it. And that's how I've always been. I can set my mind to everything and I achieve it. I don't stop until I do. Like I don't let myself have a break until I do. Yeah. So, I did 18 or 19. It's one reason I got on steroids, because I wanted to be a bodybuilder. I wanted to be an influencer. I wanted to be someone special, as I've always, believed I would. Yeah. I always knew this, even as a young boy at 13, I knew I was destined to be something greater than just a normal person.
Damn right.
And so, I made it happen. I came in with that mentality that I'm doing this for a reason and there's no going back. I will not stop. I would rather have it kill me than stop. Like I was not going to let anything stop me from achieving it. I would have kept going if I was 25. I was 26. I would have kept going if I lost all my money, as I did. I have lost my money before doing this. I've hit rock bottom many times, and I was never going to let that. There was no plan B. There was only a plan A. And, my older sister would be cutting my hair, and I'm 20, 21, and I'm not making much money. And she'd be like, what are you going to do with your life? When are you going to start making your own money?
Right.
I'm already doing it. I'm going to be a fitness influencer. How are you going to do that? I don't know. People would always ask me, how are you going to do that? I'm like, I don't know. But what I know is it's going to happen. I don't know how, when, or where, but it's going to happen. It just takes some time. And I didn't think it would happen at 21. I thought it may be 23, 24, 25, maybe 20,000 on Instagram, maybe 30. But a big part of me, deep down, wanted to be the best, wanted to be number one, wanted everyone to know my name.
And I think everyone does know your name now, man. And I mean,
I still feel like an underdog as well. You might think, oh, Dtren has it made. He's with Young LA. He's been doing all this in less than a year. I still feel not even a quarter accomplished in terms of my physique or in terms of where I want to be social media wise and achievement wise. I'm not even the quarter.
Oh no, I give the underdog crown to you because I know you are never satisfied. That is something about the underdog. They are never satisfied. They are always hungry for more. And to be to give you another praise, I will say the humbleness in you is so real, so genuine. I watched some of your YouTube videos, and again, I could just say you don't really care what anyone thinks. You don't care about making the money. You care about doing this for yourself, and that is the most impressive fucking thing I've heard in a while. So hats off to you. I mean, that's just fucking incredible. And Dtren, I know you're a busy guy, but are you down for some rapid questions before we get you out of here?
Of course. Like,
fuck yeah. Fruit punch Gatorade or fruit punch berry Gatorade?
You already know my.
I know. The answer is fruit punch berry Gatorade. I mean,
yeah, that is by far probably my favorite Gatorade.
I didn't even know that was a fucking flavor. I'm not gonna lie.
A really good one. It came out like a year ago, I think. I don't know, but what I know is I buy it. It tastes good, and it's probably my favorite.
Fuck yeah. This is gonna be another one, and you guys should know this: Mexican food or Asian food?
Oh, Mexican food.
I mean, we know the answer. Next question: tattoo on your face or no Gold's Gym ever again?
No Gold's Gym ever again. I'll go train fucking zoo culture.
All right. I will say, because you did say you were going to think about actually getting a tattoo on your face once. That's why I added this question.
I did when I was younger, when I was in high school.
I thought it would look dope, to be honest with you.
I did when I was in high school. I wanted to get a tattoo on my face. But I was
yeah. Squat or deadlift? I know you hate both.
Which one I prefer doing?
If you had to do one for well, it's an open-ended question. Squat or deadlift?
Yeah, I'll say squat. There's more benefits out of it than a deadlift. Even though I was better at the deadlift a little bit, I'd say squat is definitely something. If I had to choose one, I'd probably get back into that one.
Fuck yeah. This is the big one. This is the last one. Pull-ups or chin-ups?
In terms of chin-ups, you mean this way? Yeah.
Yes.
I would say neither. I like doing neutral.
Okay. All right. I mean, all right. Thinking outside the box. Shit. I guess you're working both of those at that point.
I learned from Arnold. I didn't learn from person. I noticed he would get the V-bar, the V-bar for the lat pull down. And he'd grab it and he'd wrap it, the part of where the pull-up part is, like the long black bar. He'd wrap it, he'd put it on there, and he'd lean back and he'd do pull-ups with the V-bar like that.
Oh, fuck.
He'd hang back and you get a nice stretch in the lats. So it's a little old school classic work.
Well, you guys heard it from Dtren him fucking self. The secret to becoming a fucking beast. Dtren, it's been a fucking honor and privilege. I mean, before we go, is there anything you want to plug? Floor is yours.
I mean, the YouTube, Dtren 800. The TikTok,
as well as the Twitter and the Instagram.
Yeah, Twitter, Dtren 800, same thing. Instagram, Dtren 800. Just type in Dtren. You'll probably find me. That's pretty much it. I don't really have anything else to plug. Young LA, the fucking drill.
Well, guys, we gotta run this man codes up. Code Dtren for Young LA and his new one, Amino Asylum.
Yeah.
Run that code up, and then Dtren 1 for Bucked Up.
Yeah, thank you.
Guys, I mean, don't forget to watch, Dtren's fucking content, because it's fucking funny, it's fucking inspirational, and he's the realest fucking deal in the industry. Run up his codes as well. We have some big guests coming soon, as you guys saw on my Instagram. Until next time, Underdog out.